Shalom. We want to start off by giving our praises to Yahawah,
YAHAWAH,
Bashem,
Bashem,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Bashem,
Bashem,
Rakal,
Rakal,
Kadash.
Kadash.
Double honor to the apostle and elders, a great millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to the house of David, the elect man pushing his truth and faith and sincerity. All right, this the brother Yatazakah,
Rakal.
and we're just gonna go into a lesson on how the Most High always left a remnant. Always preserved some men um, throughout tribulation. Throughout whatever circumstances he brought upon the earth. Through whatever he always pretty much brought men through the fire, so to speak. So let's start right here in Numbers chapter 14, verse 26. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, How long shall I bear with this evil congregation, which murmur against me? I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel, which they murmur against me. Say unto them, As truly as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, as they have spoken in mine ears, so will I do to you. Your carcasses shall." Oh, you had something to say?
You got it, bro.
God, I'm gonna keep going down to 32. It says, "Your carcasses shall fall in the wilderness, in this wilderness, and all that were numbered of you, according to your whole number, from 20 years old and upward, which have murmured against me. Doubtless ye shall come into the land concerning which I swear to make you dwell therein, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh and Joshua the son of Nun. But your little ones which they said should be prey, them will I bring in, and they shall know the land which they have despised. But as for you, your carcasses, they shall fall in this wilderness." So I just brought that out just to make a quick point about how Yahweh Shem Shai, he didn't allow any of the nation of Israel from 20 years upward, who pretty much murmured against him, you know, which pretty much the whole nation of Israel was murmuring against Yahweh Shem Shai. You know what I'm saying? Speaking on how he brought them to the wilderness just to let them die, let them and their children be a prey or whatever. But he said, but although he was pretty much going to destroy a vast majority of Israel, he still delivered Joshua, Caleb, and the children. So he always left a remnant all the time. Like the Heavenly Father always left a remnant. That's why I brought that out, because um, you know throughout, even though Yahweh Shem Shai destroyed a lot of Israelites in the wilderness, he did deliver. He delivered a small remnant, which was Joshua, Caleb, and some of the children of the Israelites who was murmuring. I'm gonna get this one in Genesis 1. Slack here, bro. Genesis chapter 7. It's chapter 7, verse 1. It's Genesis chapter 7, verse 1. "And the Lord Yahweh said unto Noah, Come thou and all thy house into the ark, for thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation." And that's what we doing right now. We, Lord willing, we're part of that remnant, that number that Yahweh Shem Shai has preserved. What I'm saying? We're entering into that spiritual ark right now, which is representation to this word, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, this truth. That's the secret place of the Lord. That's the ark. You know, it says, "Of every clean beast thou shalt take thee by sevens the male and his female, and of beasts that are not clean, and by two the male and his female. Of fowls also of the air by sevens the male and the female, to keep the seed alive upon the face of the earth. For yet 7 days, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights, and every living substance that I have made will I destroy from off the face of the earth." Whew, damn. So, Yahweh Shema Shai, he was going to destroy every living substance that he made from off the face of the earth, bro, except for seven female beasts and seven male beasts of each kind, and seven fowls of each kind, male and female, and yeah, everything else was gonna be destroyed. But ultimately, that word set, we know seven that represents completion. Just like Yahweh Shema Shah said in Romans 11 that he has preserved uh, 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal, which that's spiritual in itself, And it says, and Noah did according all to that the Lord Yahweh commanded him. And Noah was 600 years old. And that's another thing too, you know what I'm saying? If you're a part of that remnant, if you're a part of that number that Yahweh Shem outside is preserving, you're gonna be doing what he commanded you to do. Um it says, and Noah was 600 years old when the flood of waters was upon the earth. And Noah went in, and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him into the ark because of the waters of the flood. Um, I'm gonna just keep reading now a little bit more. It says, of clean beasts and of beasts that are not clean, and of fowls and of everything that creepeth upon the earth. Um, Let me jump down a little bit. Okay, we're gonna jump down to 12. And the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. And the self same day entered Noah and Shem and Ham and Japheth, the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife, and the three wives of his sons with them, into the ark. And they and every beast after his kind, and all the cattle after their kind, and every creepeth thing that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, every fowl his kind, every bird of every sort. And they went into the ark, two and two of all flesh, wherein is the breath of life. And they went in male and female of all flesh, as Yahweh had commanded him. And the Lord Yahweh shut him in. And the flood was 40 days upon the earth, and the waters increased and bare up the ark, and it was lift up above the earth. Damn. And the waters prevailed and were increased greatly upon the earth, and the ark went upon the face of the waters, and the waters prevailed exceedingly upon the earth, and all the high hills that were under the whole heaven were covered. 15 cubits upward did the waters prevail, and the mountains were covered, and all flesh died that moved upon. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Verse 21. It says, and all flesh died that move upon the earth, both of fowl and of cattle and of beasts and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man. Wow, bro. Let's just get 23. It says, and every living substance was destroyed, which was upon the face of the earth. So like it, upon the face of the ground, both man and cattle, and the creeping things, and the fowl of the heaven, and they were destroyed from the earth. And Noah only remained alive, and they that were with him in the ark. So yeah, that's pretty much the point. That story spoke for itself. You know what I'm saying? That story spoke for itself. So yeah, man. Ultimately, Yahweh Shema Shai, he destroyed every living substance from off the face of the earth except for Noah, his three sons, and their wives, and his wife. You know. So come on, man. You know. You had anything else?
Yeah, bro.
Kind, bro. You had anything to add, bro?
Yeah, basically, y'all watching me outside, man. He ain't playing out here. And when you look at Noah and his ark, it took a long time for him to build it. And while he's building it, niggas talking all kinds of shit. And you bugged out, Noah. Where your fucking rain at, Noah? You know niggas talking shit every day and shit. niggas like throwing buckets of water on him and shit. Dickhead. There goes the flood.
Good.
But, niggas are always on some shit.
God, bro. God. Yo. Yeah, you murmuring. That's that they go back to that murmuring again. You know what I'm saying? Just like Jake doing right now. They murmuring against Yahweh Shimmy outside. Man, Yahweh, he not gonna do evil or good. You know what I'm saying? Man, Yahweh ain't did nothing yet, man. Hey, that Bible, man, that's fairy tale books, man. Man, you really believe that stuff gonna happen, man? Come on, bro. Man, if God cared about us so much, why would He create us just to do that to us? Come on, man.
God.
Yeah, all right, all that murmuring, you know what I'm saying? That's why Yahweh Shema shall be bringing destruction upon the earth, man. You know, and because of primarily because of wickedness, you know, and then you try to justify the wickedness through your own wicked ass heart, you know. This Genesis chapter 19 verse 12, and the man said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides son-in-law and thy sons and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place, for we will destroy this place. And this the angels talking to just Lot. You know what I'm saying? Asking him, look, you got anything, any people in this city besides your son-in-law, beside thy sons and thy daughters? You know what I'm saying? Whatsoever thou has in the city, you better bring them out of this place. Like, hey, whoever your folks is, you better get them, guess what we about to do? For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord Yahweh Shai, and the Lord Yahweh Shai have sent us to destroy it. And that's another thing too. They let you know that the angels, you know what I'm saying, they just because an angel come, they don't mean they coming to guard your life, man. All right, an angel could be coming to destroy your motherfucking ass, man. You know, and Lot went out and spake unto his sons in law, which married his daughters, and said, up, get you out of this place, for the Lord Yahweh will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons in law. Oh, like the brother McQuad was saying. So it's a damn game. It's a damn game. Okay, you want to talk shit, you want to play. All right, but what it say? What Galatians 6 and 7 say? Be not deceived, for Yahweh Shema Shai is not mocked. You know, it says, and when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, arise, take thy wife and thy two daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the man laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his two daughters, the Lord Yahweh being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither say thou in all the plain, escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. And Lot said unto them, O not so, my Lord. Behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life, and I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. It is not a little one, and my soul shall live. And he said unto him, see, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I would not overthrow this city for the which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zor. And here we go, jump 24. Then the Lord Yahweh rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah fire and brimstone, and fire from the Lord Yahweh out of heaven. And after he overthrew those cities, and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew upon the ground, his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. You know, and let's jump down. I'll go read down a little bit more. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord Yahweh, and he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as a smoke of a furnace. You know, so pretty much, man, Yahweh Shema Shai, he only delivered Lot and his two. Well, he delivered Lot, his wife, and their two daughters, but ultimately, out of a whole, out of Sodom and Gomorrah and its five neighboring cities, out of all those cities, you know, all them people in those cities was destroyed, and those cities was completely destroyed, except Lot and his two daughters, man, and his wife, but she eventually got put to death because she didn't do what the Lord Yahweh Shai commanded. You know what I'm saying? So that's that's two indicators we seen that Yahweh Shai ain't got no problem killing a vast majority of people. When he kills a vast majority of people, he's gonna deliver a small remnant out of those people, and also those small remnant of people that get delivered are gonna be doing what's commanded. You know what I'm saying, by Yahweh Shai. You know.
Shit, look at the slavery that happens to the chicks. Look what he did to his own people. What he talking about?
Con, con, con,
Block breaking.
con.
He allowed that shit to fucking happen.
Right,
He
bro.
let anything fucking happen.
Con, bro. Con. Yeah, but um, even through all that slavery and that harsh captivity, throughout that he's left certain men to be woken up and arisen. You know what I'm saying, after that harsh captivity, and still be delivered, man. You know, like he still kept a remnant, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't just ultimately just destroy the whole nation. Like he didn't let slavery completely consume the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? He still left a remnant. You know,
God.
those men who stood on their who stood on their feet after 3 days and a half. You know, let's get this in Isaiah 1:9. Um, this Isaiah chapter 1 verse 9. Except the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shai, had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. You got it, bro.
You got it.
God, yeah. So, well, it says, since except the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shai, left us unto us a very small remnant, we would have been like Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah, man. And you could apply that twofold, man, because you got our people actually like unto Sodom and Gomorrah out here, man. You know what I'm saying? You got our people out here being sodomites, homosexuals, bisexuals. You know what I'm saying? Participating in all type of lewd acts and sick acts. Just like I think in uh, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was in Indiana. You know what I'm saying? I believe it was a Jake. He was walking down the street butt ass naked. You know what I'm saying? Just walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much that's because Esau said that it's not illegal for you to walk naked down. You know what I'm saying, in public no more. You know what I'm saying? But that's a lewd, sick, perverse act, man. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit they would have been doing in Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, just they was into pedophilia, bestiality, homosexuality, you know what I'm saying, all type of sick, perverse sex acts, and sickness, you know what I'm saying. So that's what's going on right now, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of our people, man. They into all type of sick, perverse sex acts, like orgies and threesomes, and running trains, and homosexuality, and being lesbians and dykes and cross dressers, transgenders, all that come from Sodom and Gomorrah, man. That was all the wickedness that was going forth in Sodom and Gomorrah. So it said, unless he had left a small remnant, we would be like that. You know what I'm saying? If unless Yahweh Shai didn't, leave a few men, you know what I'm saying, we'll be into that same sick, perverse shit, or we would be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, you know what I'm saying, unless he had left a small remnant, we'll be like unto Sodom and Gomorrah, meaning we will get our ass burnt up, just like Sodom and Gomorrah got burnt up, you know.
There was nothing left.
God, God, yeah, exactly. So it would have been, it ain't gonna be nothing left. It would have been nothing left of us. You know what I'm saying? Let me get small remnant. Let me get that word small first. The word small is mahat. Mahat. and it's few, a little, fewness, little, small, littleness, fewness, too little, yet a little, like a little within a little, almost just, hardly, short, shortly, little worth. So pretty much that's another thing too. Yeah, about Shimon Shai, he don't deal with a big amount of people. It's just like you see Joshua and Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Noah and his family. Lot and his two daughters. That's a small remnant of people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Out of we talk about out of millions and billions of souls or hundreds of thousands of souls or however it may be. You know what I'm saying? Out of how many a great mass of people, Yahweh Shemashah only dealing with a small number, bro. Just like right now, you got 7.5 billion to 8 billion people on the earth, and Yahweh Shemashah only dealing with 144,000 and their families, and some you know uh, friends and families of those men. That's small, bro. 144,000 out of 7.5 billion to 8 billion. That's a small ass number. That's a little. That's a very few, bro.
That's like crumbs right there.
Kind, bro. Kind. You know, it's a hardly. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. Let's get that word remnant. Remnant is sarid. Sarid. Remnant is survivor. Pretty much remnant, that which is left, survivor. you know, and that's what we are. Lord willing, we those men. We survivors, man. We ultimately we survive through everything, bro. Like the ox said, we survived through slavery. We survived through the Jerusalem besieged. We survived through multiple captivities. You know what I'm saying? We survived through all the harsh punishment of Yahweh Shem Shot. You know what I'm saying? So anyone who doesn't survive through those things, you're not a part of that remnant. A remnant is a survivor. You know what I'm saying? So Yahweh Shem Shot, he always leaves survivors. You know what I'm saying? Through the destruction that he brings. You had some, bro?
You got it, bro.
Con. Let get this in. Let me go to here. Select here. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna just get the point in Daniel 3. Just bring out one more quick account. Daniel 3. It's Daniel 3 and okay, let's start at 12. It's Daniel 3 verse 12. There are certain Jews whom, and this is pretty much King Nebuchadnezzar's officers and government officials coming to speak with King Nebuchadnezzar about uh, certain men, Israelites, who was not following his decree, which he set up for them to bow down to a golden image, you know, at a certain amount of time and praise it. This Daniel chapter 3 verse 12. There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar in his rage and fury commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our power, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of the hand, out of thine hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar, full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace one 7 times more than it was wont to be heated. So ultimately you had Israelites, you know what I'm saying, and who was bowing down to this image, man. It was pretty much, you know what I'm saying, the vast majority of Israel was bowing down to the image of King Nebuchadnezzar had set up, the golden image. They was serving his idols, you know what I'm saying? They was worshiping his images. They was pretty much being accepting to it, man. But Yahweh Shai left 3 men who wasn't going for that shit, man. You know, and to the point where they was ready to go through the fiery furnace with, like I brought out earlier in the lesson, you know what I'm saying, just bringing out a point, like how Yahweh Shai is going to bring the third part through the fire, like it speak about in Zechariah the 13th chapter, you know. So Yahweh Shai, he will bring you, he will preserve some to make it through tribulation. You know what I'm saying? The rest of those who don't want to do what's commanded by Yahweh Shai, they're not gonna make it through tribulation, because you see that Shadrach, Abednego, and Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, they doing what Yahweh Shai commanded them to do. That's one of the first commandments, that you don't supposed to serve no other gods, man. You know, and they kept their word. They did what was commanded. So Yahweh Shai, he gonna deliver them. Which I'm gonna read a little bit more. It says, then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments was cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Yeah, slew them niggas. You know what I'm saying? They weren't serving Yahweh Shem outside. They got their ass slew. You know, and these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar, the king, was astonished, and rose up in haste, and spake and said unto his counselors, did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, true, O king. He answered and said, lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the fourth is like the son of Yahawah. you know? So that's the whole point, man.
Shining.
You say what?
He was in there fucking shining.
Gone, bro. Gone. That's right, bro. That's right. Like he seen that spirit, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's powerful, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta imagine what type of faith you gotta have to do that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, throw me in that bitch, man. I don't care, man. I know my power gonna deliver me, Lord willing. You know what I'm saying? If it be His will, He gonna deliver me. If not, then fuck it. But I ain't serving you in your image. You know what I'm saying? And that's that's the remnant, bro. That's the remnant. They not gonna bow down. They survivors, bro. They survived. You see, they survived. They survived being thrown in the midst of a fiery furnace, bro. You know why? Because they did what was commanded by Yahweh Shai. They was left preserved.
Niggas ain't doing that. Niggas ain't even skipping meals out here. Let alone going into a furnace.
God, bro. Yeah, but that's because they not survivors. They don't know how to survive, man. You know, if you a survivor, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you ever watched that show Survivor, but you know what I'm saying? You got to go through hellish situations, man. You might have to find your own food to eat. You might have to find your own clothes to clothe you. You got to find your own water. You got to find your own shelter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just pretty much you just out there, man. You know what I'm saying? You just out there. But you gotta survive the show before you die. You gotta survive the show whatever kind of way you gotta survive it. You know what I'm saying, within the rules of the show. You know what I'm saying, or you lose. And if you lose, you pretty much you're gonna be on the brink of death, or you're gonna die. You know, And that's what this is. We like it's like Survivor out here, man. You know, and that's the remnant.
Time, bro.
Get this Second Ezra 9:22 real quick. This Second Ezra chapter 9 verse 22. All right. It says, "Let the multitude perish then which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect." You got it, bro.
Time. So, y'all gonna see me aside. Literally, he got his elect. This is gonna be kept throughout everything. Everything that ever happened, he's kept his elect. And he's given them mercy. And then when you look at Jacob's trouble, they're gonna get the ultimate mercy. They're gonna be able to eat. They're gonna be able to be singing. They're gonna be praying onto Yahweh Shem Yahshua. They're gonna get their heritage. But the multitude, which is the majority of the people, the 2/3 are going to be killed and destroyed because they basically they bet on the wrong team. They bet on the wrong power. They said Satan is going to save us. The so-called white man is going to save us. We don't need God, or we're our own God.
Right.
I was talking to a Jake on a job from Brooklyn. I'm in the Bronx the other day, probably last week, and so I knew he was from the Bronx. So I asked him, like, so you must know about the Israelites. He was like, yeah, I know about the Israelites. He told me them fuck boys to be on the corner talking that shit. I was like, yeah. He said, I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with the Bible. I don't fuck with none of that shit. I said, so you don't believe in God? He said, man, I'm my own God. Meanwhile, this nigga working a 9 to 5 for the so-called white man. Nigga, you your own. I never seen a God work. I ain't never ever seen that.
God, bro. God. Yeah, what kind of God are you, Bucko?
Yeah, what kind of God are you?
You know, that's wild. You know, hey, and that go and you brought out a great point. You know what I'm saying? That go back to what we just read in Daniel 3 about King Nebuchadnezzar. You know what I'm saying? And his decree. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you had our people. They like, man, I'm not finna do what Yahweh by Shem Yahweh said. I'm not finna serve him. You know what I'm saying? And bow down to him when you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna bow down to him and serve him when you know I got King Nebuchadnezzar. He told me all I gotta do is just bow down to him and his image, and he gonna make sure I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna put me to death. You know what I'm saying? Like if I bow down and serve you, how about Shem Yahshua go against King Nebuchadnezzar, man? He gonna put me to death, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, fuck that. I'ma just, you know what I'm saying? I'ma do what he said. That's just like our people now. Like, man, yeah, I believe in my daddy Esau, man. Esau got me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, all I gotta do is just do what he say. You know what I'm saying? Go work his little jobs and, you know what I'm saying? Take his, listen to his little laws, take his microchip, and I'm gonna be straight, man. Like, fuck that.
God.
You know? But what it say? But like you said, though, ultimately, since you don't want to do that, you know what I'm saying? Cause we went through the little tribulation to, you know, listen to pretty much do what was commanded throughout do what was commanded by Yahweh Shem Yahshua, regardless of what the so-called consequences was. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to deliver us in the ultimate time of trouble, just like the fiery furnace, or when he rained down fire and brimstone on Sodom and Gomorrah, or when he flooded the earth, or when, you know what I'm saying, he left the nation of Israel in the wilderness to die. You know what I'm saying? Like when shit get real, ultimately Yahweh Shem Yahshua, he gonna have that cloak around you. You know what I'm saying? Because you did what was commanded. You know,
Well.
Lord willing. You know. Let's get this real quick, bro, because you made me think of this. This Isaiah chapter 65, verse 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did not choose that wherein I delighted, and chose that wherein I delighted not.
talking shit against the Bible, so-called being their own gods, um, being homosexual, sodomites, smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, doing mollies, being running trains on bitches, anything they could do to be heathen, they gonna do that shit.
God. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat, but they shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but they shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but they shall be ashamed.
You know, so the men of the Lord, the elect, they gonna be good in the day of Jacob Shepherd to a degree. But then you gonna have the other people who decide to do evil and wickedness. They gonna be the people. They gonna be they gonna be out here grimy, starving, thirsty. They gonna really be out here bad. Y'all think you niggas think y'all started from the bottom now? Wait till you niggas really go back to the bottom.
He says, behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
You got they gonna be basically you gonna have the elected gonna be singing and dancing and eating. They gonna be happy. And I know even if it was like me personally, if I was in that predicament, I wasn't eating every day, but I was still eating. But I see these other niggas out here starving to death, getting their heads busted open, these women getting raped. That's gonna be like even I'm gonna be happy as fuck. Like this is what these niggas get. I
God,
told you niggas.
God.
Stop fucking around. You niggas thought it was a game in these streets.
Well, hold
Matter
on.
of fact,
Let's read this one. Hold on, let me read this one last verse, like it, bro. Go exactly what you're saying. It says, and ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord Yahweh shall slay thee and call his servants by another name.
shit. Got it.
God, yeah. So just like the out was saying, ultimately, you know what I'm saying, the man of the Lord, if we are those men, you know what I'm saying, and the Heavenly Father, he, you know what I'm saying, he pretty much he's taking us through things, but ultimately he's overseeing us. He's making sure we're okay in the vast scheme of things. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be looking at all those other people who not okay at all. Like, damn, bro, you fucked up out here, bro. Like, you gonna be a curse unto the chosen. You know what I'm saying? He said he gonna slay you. You know what I'm saying? Call his servants by another name, man. Pretty much, which that other name, which chosen means elect. Elect means chosen. So he's speaking about his elect. That's his servants, man. That's their remnant. They're gonna be called by another name. What's that? That's the elect. The elect of God. The rest of these people, you gonna be 2/3. Pretty much. That's your name.
God. That's so fool.
Khan. Yeah, that's you. You're a curse unto my chosen. You had a precept, bro.
Yeah, Psalm 58
Psalms 50.
and 11.
Khan. This Psalm chapter 58, verse 11. So that a man shall say, verily, there is a reward for the righteous. Verily, he is a power that judgeth in the earth.
And that's what's gonna happen, because right now, we tell people it's gonna happen, they walking past, talking all this shit. Nigga, that shit ain't gonna happen. You talking that bullshit, you crazy ass nigga. Fuck out of here, dickhead, all this other bullshit. And then when that shit starts to turn up, we gonna be like, he gonna be happy as fuck. Like, damn, surely God is gonna be judging in this bitch right now. We try to tell these niggas.
God. God. That's right. That's right. Well, it's a righteous thing to recompense those who trouble thee. You know what I'm saying? And you 2/3 niggas, you trouble us, man. Well, ultimately, what Yahawah Shah said, if we all turn to the east and prayed in the name of Yahawah Shah with sincerity and faith, he would deliver us right now. You know what I'm saying? But is the whole nation of Israel gonna do that? Hell no, bro. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? So that's a troubling thing. Like, we could really be getting the fuck out of here, but you got niggas who just want to stay here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's troubling, man. That's why it's a righteous thing to pay your ass back, and that payback is gonna be in Jacob's trouble when your ass catching hell, and the Lord, you know what I'm saying, is supping with us. You know, that's gonna be payback. That's gonna be a reward for us. You know, because while we was, so to speak, getting laughed or scorned at and mocked and, murmured against for being servants, how about Shemi outside, and you was prospering in your wickedness, and, you know what I'm saying, going around doing whatever the hell you wanted to do, you know what I'm saying, now, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be getting judged and destroyed for all that, and we gonna be laughing at your ass and mocking your ass, but in righteousness, you know. Yeah. This Ezra chapter 9 verse I mean, this Ezra, also known as Ezra's, but it's in the scriptures. It's Ezra chapter 9 verse 8. And now for a little space grace have been showed from the Lord our power Yahawah, to leave us a remnant to escape, and to give us a nail in his holy place, that our God may lighten our eyes and give us a little reviving in our bondage. You got it, bro.
He said a remnant to escape, and that remnant is going to be the elect. And really, that remnant is that line is kept,
Con.
and that remnant is going to ultimately end game be a way to escape for the 2/3, because we know they're going to get destroyed on this side, but that's like pretty much the only way of getting back through the elect in the kingdom. Like how about Shemi Shah?
Con. Con. Let me read 9 too, bro. It says, "For we were bondmen, yet our power have not forsaken us in our bondage, but have extended mercy unto us in the sight of the kings of Persia, to give us a reviving, to set up the house of our power, and to repair the desolations thereof, and to give us a wall in Judah and in Jerusalem."
And this is that repair is Yahweh Shai and us and the Comforter, basically pushing this rock, waking up the elect, giving Israel a chance to come back. Because you're going to have, like the scripture say, many are called, but few are chosen. Because we preach to people all the time, but everybody can't get this. And then you got some people who can get it, who still don't want to fucking do the work. So they be on some fuck shit. But the point is, the elect, they're going to get this, and they're going to get on that ticket to salvation to the best of their ability. And we trying our best to get everybody we can get, like Yahweh Shah said, pay them all back to the marriage. Find as many as you can, and that's what we try and do.
That's right, bro. That's right. Then you just made me think of another precept too. You got something, bro?
Yeah.
This Amos 9. This Amos 9 verse. Uh, you said what?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just get to the point. This Amos chapter 9 verse 11. And in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
And right now, that's what's going on. We building the house of David. We're trying to find the elect. And it's like in the days of old, because we're coming back onto the law, statutes, and commandments. We're trying to be brotherly. We're trying to be father to the fatherless. Yahweh Shemi Shah. Everything we did of old, we're trying to bring it back. Like I believe it's in Deuteronomy 32:6, where it says, remember the old path, which is good.
Huh. Oh yeah, that's in Jeremiah 6 too.
Yeah, Jeremiah 6. And that's what we're doing right now. Because Bitcoin was doing the same thing. But I don't know if he really knew it. Peter was doing the same exact thing. When Yahweh Shah said, with thee, I want to build back.
Huh. that's spiritual too, cause Peter is means rock, and he was this he was also the the head man, you know what I'm saying? And then also in the reincarnation, Peter was King David, you know what I'm saying? If you could receive it. So that's spiritual that you said that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I got one. You got one, bro?
You got it.
This Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord YAHAWAH, the Holy One of Israel, in truth.
Yeah, bro.
God, let me read down to 22. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power YAHAWAH. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness. Hey, woo wee, bro. You know what I'm saying? It says so. Though the people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant shall return, bro. You know what I'm saying? It says the consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it tell you that in Malachi the third chapter, for I am the Lord thy power, the God of Jacob, for I change not, therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed, bro. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately we gonna receive those new bodies, man. We gonna receive the law, statutes, commandments in our inward parts. We gonna be a perpetual service of Yahweh Shem Shai forever. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, we those men. We gonna live and reign with our Lord Yahweh Shai for 1,000 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? And get to bash these heathens' heads in, man, and get to watch the kingdom be built up with our Lord, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's being overflowed with righteousness right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shem Shai, throughout all the destruction that's been brought upon this place, he is left a remnant, bro. He has left a remnant to be delivered. You know what I'm saying? Even though these people, because Esau, man, Esau is a mad scientist. He's a master witch, man. This nigga's Murloc, man. He's trying to kill all our people, man. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, man, you know what I'm saying? If Yahweh Shema shut and deliver us, man, Esau will come down on us and try to kill us all, bro. You know what I'm saying? He'll try to kill us all. That's the Georgia Guidestones. That's ultimately what he trying to do. He trying to bring the population of the earth down to 500 million, bro. You know what I'm saying? Who the hell you think he gonna be killing? He gonna be killing Jake. He gonna be killing Jake out here. He gonna kill his own people and heathens too, but he coming after Jake, bro. You know, that's his number one target, bro. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately we need Yahweh Shema to give us a way to escape from this devil, because he not providing it for us, you know. And Yahweh Shema he's did that, you know. And he said we're not gonna no more stay upon those who smote us. And that's talking about Esau and these heathen, man, because they pretty much trying to kill us off, man. But guess what? We gonna stay upon their ass, and we gonna whoop on their ass, Lord willing, we those men, you know. You had anything, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Con. Yeah, I got a lot more, but I think we pretty much hit the point. So I'm gonna get a few more. You know what I'm saying? This Psalm chapter 37 verse. I just start from the top. This Psalm chapter 37 verse 1. It says, "Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb."
God says, spread not thyself over evildoers. Because right now you got the wicked. They running this shit. It look like being wicked is the thing out here. It look like being wicked is the way to go. The righteous, matter of fact, the scripture say that wicked. I mean, folly is said at great dignity, because everybody want to be everybody want to be that shit. Everybody want to get down with Esau. Everybody want to get down with the ways of America. Everybody want to get the benefits of America, because that's what's popping right now. The righteous path is not popping right now. But the men of the Lord, we took that leap of faith. But you know what? Fuck it. If we die, we die. But this is what we rocking out with. Because this is what messes with our spirit. This is what this is what feels right to us, and we gonna ride to the wheels fall off.
That's right.
Literally,
That's right, bro. Kind.
Lord willing.
Kind, Lord willing. Kind. Lord willing. It's beautiful. And that's the spirit you should be in, bro. You know, that's the spirit that the elect gonna have, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the spirit that they gonna have. They gonna have that spirit like, bro, no matter what, I'm gonna endure it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay down for the Lord no matter what, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it said in Proverbs 14:26, and the fear of the Lord is strong confidence, and his people will have a place of refuge, man. You know, so that's that fear when you know when you fear you have about see me outside, give you confidence like, bro, I feel good. I feel good about my chances. Why? Because I ain't gonna do nothing that my power would be against, Lord willing. You know what I'm saying? They give you confidence to know you can make it through anything, man. You know,
Kind.
this Jeremiah chapter 15 verse 11, the Lord Yahweh Shah said, verily it shall be well with thy remnant. Verily I will cause the enemy to entreat thee well in the time of evil and in the time of affliction.
Ooh. Yeah, you got that, bro.
Kind. So it said, Yahweh Shah said, verily it shall go well with my remnant, man. All right, and we know Yahweh Shah, he don't just say stuff to say it. You know what I'm saying? If he said it, he meant it. You know what I'm saying? It said, verily I will cause the enemy to entreat thee well in the time of evil and the time of affliction. What time of evil and affliction is he talking about? He's talking about the time of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, the time that's never been before, man. All right, because you go into that word trouble, one of the synonyms for it is affliction, man. You know, so this is talking about the time of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, guess what's gonna happen, man? All out hell gonna be breaking loose around us. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, you know what I'm saying, you might see wild packs of wild beasts out here just running around eating niggas to death. They just look at you and keep walking. You know what I'm saying? Or you might see a pack of birds just swarm and just be pecking a nigga brain out. You know what I'm saying? They just fly right past you. You know what I'm saying? You might see a pack of wild purge members out here purging niggas' house and beating niggas to death. You know what I'm saying? They don't even see you. It's like you invisible. You know what I'm saying? Esau come raid everybody's house and haul niggas off the concentration camps. You know what I'm saying? You somehow get through that. You know what I'm saying? You got Edomites out here, you know what I'm saying, who pretty much are bold faced enemy, you know what I'm saying? They got food or drink or something, they give it to you, you know what I'm saying? Be like, here man, I want you to have this, man. Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? Like that's Yahweh, that's some of the examples that Yahweh Shemel Shai could do and help us in a time of affliction, man. All right, cause that's his remnant, man. Those survivors, man. You know,
Kind, bro.
Psalms 12 and 5. Let's get it. So this Psalms chapter 12 verse 5. For the oppression of the poor, for the sign of the needy, now will I arise, said the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so it said, for the oppression of the poor, for the sign of the needy, now will I arise, and that's who are the poor? That's the nation of Israel. Who's the ones that sign? Who is the needy? You know what I'm saying? The need ain't nobody more needy than the nation of Israel, man. Ultimately, the elect ain't nobody more poor and needy than the elect, man. We gotta behold all these grievances. We have to be perpetually in this place engulfed around wickedness when all we want to do is just serve our Lord. You know what I'm saying? In our power and righteousness, man. But we forced to be here and live in wickedness, man. You know, then it said he will set him in safety from him that puffeth at us. And who's puffing at us, man? That's Esau Edom, man. He want to ultimately destroy us, man. Especially the man of the Lord, man. You think Esau finna continue to just let us stand on these highways and these byways, man? You know what I'm saying? And cuss him out and continue to bring down his strongholds, man. He ultimately want to throw us in Guantanamo Bay somewhere and torture us to death, man. You know? But it said Yahweh Shemashah said he will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him, man. And Esau damn sure let's get that word puff real quick, bro.
Kind.
puff of. That word is puka, puwak, if I said it right. And it says to excite and flame. Hey, and that's spiritual, bro. Cause when we was reading Daniel the third chapter about Nebuchadnezzar, which Nebuchadnezzar could be symbolic for Esau. It said that he got inflamed, like he got enraged. He got enraged and excited when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had said, "We not finna serve your golden image." He got excited and inflamed. He puffed up at him. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that's Esau. Just like we out here proclaiming, look, we're not gonna bow down to your strongholds. We're not gonna serve you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna serve our power. That enrages Esau, bro. You know what I'm saying? To the point where he wants to put us to death. He want to put us to death, man. You know. But Yahweh Shema said he gonna set his remnant in safety. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, he's enraged that we even got this truth. He don't even know how we did it.
Khan. That's right. You know. Let's read down to 7. It says, "The words of the Lord Yahweh are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times." Thou shalt keep them, O Lord Yahweh. Thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. Wow. So it said Yahweh Shemashai, he shall preserve them from this generation from ever. What generation? These damn devils, all these wicked people who come up against us, man. All right. Why? It said because the words of Yahweh Shemashai are purified 7 times, like it went through a furnace, a fire, you know. So ultimately, these words that we believe in, this the truth, man. Like I was alluding to earlier in this lesson, this the secret place of the Lord, man. These words that we got stirred up in us, man. This is what's going. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our times, man. You know, and we're gonna be preserved from the wicked forever. This was a promise that Yahweh Shema Shai, gave to us, man. You know, Lord willing, we those men, we gonna be preserved, bro.
God, you're a woman.
Yeah, Lord willing, bro. But doing what the Heavenly Father commanded. You know what I'm saying? Doing what the Heavenly Father commanded you to do and having faith in Him, bro. Those are indicators to let you know that you could be one of those men. Of course, you don't make yourself a part of that number, but being like they say in the world. I think me and you was talking one time, and if it looked like a duck and it talked like a duck, it's a duck. You know, well, what else is it? You know what I'm saying? This Psalm chapter 41 verse 1. Blessed is he that considereth the poor. The Lord Yahweh will deliver him in time of trouble. You got it, bro.
But to see it consider the poor, and that's what the men of the Lord did to come out. Now we had to be considered the poor, because we could be filthy ass, grimy ass niggas, and stay at home and just worry about ourselves and not come out and try to wake people up. We could be grimy ass niggas and do that. Could be.
God. That's right, bro. But it say, blessed is he that considereth the poor. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai will deliver him in time of trouble. Come on, bro. Come on. So if you doing the things that Yahweh Shema Shai told you to do, if you doing the things that a man of the Lord will be doing, someone who's gonna be preserved from trouble gonna be doing, it's a good chance you can be one of those guys if you endure to the end. You know. What verse 2 say? The Lord Yahweh will preserve him and keep him alive, and he shall be blessed upon the earth, and thou wilt not deliver him unto the will of his enemies.
And Yahweh was not a man that he should lie. So he said it's gonna happen.
That's right, bro. That's right. That's right, bro. I'm gonna get like 2 or 3 more, bro. We can wrap it Unless you got some. You got some?
No, you got it, bro.
Jude 1 and 5. It says, I will therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew these. Salakia. This is Jude chapter 1, verse 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew this, how that the Lord, YAHAWAH Shemashah, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believed not.
You got it, bro.
Yeah, it said, so he said he gonna put us in remembrance, man, and that's what's happening. He stirred up our pure minds, man. We've been brought to remembrance of who we are, like the said we earlier. You know what I'm saying about how the man of the Lord coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Shah, being brotherly, having faith, doing the works. You know what I'm saying. Keeping the law, statutes, commandments to the best of their abilities. You know what I'm saying. Those are being brought back to remembrance. You know, those the ones who've been brought back to remembrance of the old way, the old paths. You know what I'm saying? It says, though you once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believed not yet. So Yahweh Shemel Shai, he saved he saved the people out of Egypt. The whole in the time of the Exodus, the whole nation of Israel was delivered. You know what I'm saying, from the hand of Pharaoh. But ultimately, which we went into in Numbers the 14th chapter, a lot of the nation was destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Cause why? Cause they believed not. They believed not, man. You know, so Yahweh Shemashah destroyed them. That's what's finna happen now in this time right here, in this time of trouble. Yahweh Shemashah, he gonna deliver those who've been brought back to remembrance of who they are, which ultimately, you know, those men who've been brought back to remembrance of they are who they are, if they those men, they have been sanctified from the beginning, man. You know, and if you got, you know, during the time of Jacob's trouble, if you got you know, some miraculous stuff happening to you, you know, and you know you've been doing everything to please Yahweh Shem Yahshua, you gonna be like, bro, I'm one of those men. You know what I'm saying? Like if you see, you know what I'm saying, you know, death going on around you, you know what I'm saying, and you being preserved, bro, that's gonna give you more indicators like, bro, that's gonna give you what's the word I'm looking for?
Confirmation.
Yeah, confirmation. There it go. Confirming the souls of the disciples. The water, bro. The water. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna give you confirmation, like, bro, or even if you're getting persecuted on a high level, you know what I'm saying, for the sake of Yahweh Shem Shah, that's gonna give you confirmation, like, bro, I could have been one of those men from the foundation of the earth who helped who helped found this place, you know?
God.
You're gonna be brought to remembrance, you know? Like, damn, bro, I could be very well one of the Elohim, bro. One of the ones who helped build this place, man, and create the earth, you know? Hey, that's powerful, man. Go ahead,
Bro.
let me read verse 6, Salakia. It says, and the angels which kept not their first estate, which Lord willing, you know what I'm saying, if you get brought to remembrance of who you are, that's gonna be you, that angel who kept not your first estate, you know what I'm saying, who helped build the foundations of the earth, but left their own habitation, he have reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the day, unto the judgment of the great day. You know what I'm saying? What's the everlasting chains of darkness? That's this flesh, man. That's what we in, man. You know, into the judgment of the great day. What's the great day? That's the day of Jacob's trouble. All right, tell you that in Daniel the 12th chapter when they say it's that day is great, you know, and there is none like it, you know. Micah 2 and 12. This is Micah chapter 2 verse 12. I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put them together as the sheep of Basra, as the flock in the midst of their fold. They shall make great noise by reason of the multitude of men. On there, bro.
You got it.
Yeah. So he said, I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee, man. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put them together as a sheep of Basra. What's Basra, man? All right, Basra is here in America, man. All right, that was the one at the chief capital of Edom, if I'm not mistaken.
Definitely, yeah, definitely eat them.
Khan. Yeah, so Basra was the chief capital of Edom. And America is Basra. This is the chief dwelling place of Edom. This is where the most Edomites dwell throughout the whole earth, man. According to Esau's numbers, over 200 million, I know, Edomites over here in America, man. All right, this is where the most Edomites dwell in the whole earth. You know, he said he gonna put us together as a sheep, as the sheep of Basra. And they tell you that in Romans the 8th chapter in Psalm 44 that we are counted as sheep to the slaughter. You know, and ultimately our Lord Yahweh Shai, he always considered his men as sheep. You know, and ultimately we are sheep here. You know what I'm saying? Esau, you know, we behind enemy lines. You know, it says, as the flock in the midst of their fold, they shall make great noise by reason of the multitude of men. What multitude of men and what noise is? Well, that's us on the highways and the byways. You know, that's us. We it said that's they it says they shall make great noise by reason of the multitude of men, man. All right, and shit, we got a multitude of men coming up against us. You know, we got a multitude. Well, we are, scriptures speak about how we are encompassed round about. We are encompassed round about with the wicked. You know, so come on, bro. You know, that's speaking about the Lord Yahweh Shai's sheep. You know, Yahweh Shai said he gonna gather them up, and we being gathered right now. That's why we on the highways and the byways making great noise. You know,
Time, bro.
let's get this one. Then I got two more after this. It's Isaiah chapter 49 verse 6. It says, and it and he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved of Israel. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth.
You got it, bro.
God, let me read the 8. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, the Redeemer of Israel, and his Holy One, to him whom man despiseth, to him whom the nation abhorreth, to a servant of rulers, kings shall see and arise, princes also shall worship, because of the Lord Yahweh that is faithful, and the Holy One of Israel, and he shall choose thee. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, in an acceptable time have I heard thee. And that reminded me of when he told Apostle Paul, I think it was in 1 Corinthians, the 12th chapter, when he said, "My grace is sufficient for thee." You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much, hey, you'll get I deliver you from your infirmities and your hell when I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? And this this the acceptable time for you. How about Shemi Shai right now, Lord willing? You know, it says, "Have I heard thee? And in a day of salvation have I helped thee, and I will preserve thee." And will give thee for a covenant of the people, to establish the earth, to cause to inherit the desolate heritages. And that's speaking about our Lord Yahweh Shai, because he said he will give forth a light to the Gentiles, you know, and that light uh, uh, is this word, you know, and our Lord Yahweh Shai, he is the word. And ultimately, you know what I'm saying, we make up the body of our Lord Yahweh Shai here on this earth, and we're going to be joint heirs with him if we are those men, you know. So, you know, that's speaking about the elect, you know. And I got Acts 3:23. This Acts chapter 3 verse 23, and it shall come to pass that every soul which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed from among the people. You got it, bro.
You got it.
Yeah, kind. So just like we read in Isaiah 49:6, you know what I'm saying, and through 8, Yahweh Shemi Shai, he gave a light to the Gentiles, you know what I'm saying, and it was speaking about the Holy One of Israel, our Lord Yahweh Shai, you know, and those who gonna be preserved, you know what I'm saying. Ultimately, that's Yahweh Shai and his men, his prophets, his sheep, that he has left in Basra. You know, they're gonna they're gonna they're gonna be delivering. Ultimately, those who don't take heed unto those men, they're gonna be destroyed. It said it said that every soul that will not hear their prophet, they shall be destroyed from among the people. Man, come on, man. Let me see what this one. Hosea 12:13. I'm gonna end in Revelations 11. It's Hosea chapter 12, verse 13. And by a prophet, the Lord Yahawah brought Israel out of Egypt, and by a prophet was he preserved. Come on, bro. You know, it said, and by a prophet, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshua brought Israel out of Egypt, speaking about Moses, you know, and by a prophet was he preserved, and by a prophet was he preserved, our Lord Yahweh Shai, because he was a prophet, you know, and ultimately Moses was a part of the elect, you know, and he was preserved from generation to generation, you know. Let's get this in real. You got anything, bro?
Yeah.
This the last one. It's Revelation chapter 11, verse 13. It says, "And the same hour." Well, let me just start at 11. It's Revelation chapter 11, verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet. And that's talking about, we just read about that in Isaiah the 49th chapter. You know, the light to the Gentiles, you know, seeing the salvation, you know. And great fear fell upon them which saw them. That's talking about Esau, Edom. Shit, and all the wicked too, man, because they know their time is up. Even these wicked ass 2/3, man. You know, that's why really ultimately they when in ancient times when our people they used to see the prophets, they'll get spooked. They'll be literally spooked. You know what I'm saying? But now our people, they try to act like they not spooked. You know what I'm saying? But really in their spirit be scared, bro. You know, because they know that, you know what I'm saying, with us being out here, something shit finna get real. You know, even if they don't believe, we putting that spirit out here. You know, it says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, "Come up hither." Yeah, that's gonna be a literal voice that's gonna say that, but we hearing we hear that voice right now. You know what I'm saying? Uh, um, Jeremiah 51 when they say, "Flee ye out of the midst of her my people." You know, so you don't receive or play. It say that also in Revelation the 18th chapter, which this is gonna be a literal voice that say that. You know, it says, and they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. You know what I'm saying? Speaking about the chariot, you know, and their enemies beheld them. And the same hour there there a great earthquake. What was where the earth shall shake real to and fro, you know. Them ICBM nuclear missiles, they gonna cause earthquakes. And the 10th part of the city fell. And the 10th part of the city fell because you go into America and break it down into 10 parts. It got 10 different parts, like the 10 different FEMA regions, you know, which make up America, you know. So it say the 10th part of the city fell, speaking about when them ICBM nuclear missiles touched down on this place, you know. And the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. Yeah, because it ain't just talking about 7,000 people. That's a complete number of people. A lot of motherfuckers gonna die in this nuclear destruction. All right. And what happened? And the remnant were frightened. And the remnant, cause speaking about that remnant again. All right, the survivors. Because how are they gonna be survivors? They gonna survive through nuclear destruction. You know, and that's a frightening thing. You know what I'm saying? You imagine some fucking nukes coming off, bro. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you one of the last ones here. You know what I'm saying? Some nukes coming off, and you see some nukes in the air, you gonna be spooked like, bro, Lord, please come get me. You know, Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha. You gonna be like, Barakatha Yahweh Bashem Yahweh, please. You know what I'm saying? Baba Kasha. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be spooked like fuck, like, bro, please don't let me be a part of this. You know what I'm saying? And and if you get beamed up, you know, if you get beamed up, you're gonna still be spooked. You're gonna be looking down, seeing these nukes burning up a whole landmass of America that your ass was in. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be affrighted, you know. And it says, and gave glory to the God of heaven, Yahawah Shim Shine. Yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be in there. Well, I tell you, Philippians, every knee shall bow. You know, we gonna be in there, man. Giving praise to Yahawah Shim Shine, man. And He delivered us from this destruction, Lord willing, we those men. You know, because we survived destruction. You know, but yeah, that's it, bro. You had anything else?
Nah.
All right. Well, with that, we want to give our praises to Yahawah,
Yahweh,
Bashem,
Bashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Shai,
Bashem,
Bashem,
Rakal,
Rakal,
Kadash.
Kadash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, rule well and taught us this truth. And peace and salutations to the house of David. Shalom to the elect.